Oh my goodness, I made the bold claim that this is gonna be the end of it, but this might not be the end of it. My hubris was thinking I could finish this game in one night. I left the Damask 2 investigation to Francisca and returned to Babel. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the Babel statue. Mr. Edgeworth! Kay! Gumshoe! Okay, what's the situation? Oh, it's great. Investigating is so much fun! In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. What? We weren't goofing off, honest, sir. We've been investigating our hearts out. Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? No, we've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Albustinian embassy. Is that correct? Yeah, sorry it took a bit. Like I said, I was getting some water, food, all that good stuff. Yup. As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. Ooh, all those evidence. They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Ugh. Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. My offshore evidence account. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her. But I can't blame him. Evidence that has lost their value given to Gumshoe. Gumshoe only gets worthless evidence. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. You take it. What? Are you really gonna throw that autograph away? It's lost all value to me. Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of. Top 10 anime deaths right there. Or betrayals. Need some F's in the chat. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Thank you. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. They just took all my evidence from me. Alright, so I guess... Do I need to talk to them? I think I have to talk to this guy. Ah, you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you'd like. Ooh, coupons. And these are... discount tickets for our cafeteria. That's not getting to eat whatever I want. Willpowers! Yay, we get to see them again. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. That is true. This open-air stage. What function does it serve exactly? Oh, well, normally, we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Babel. I heard that tonight over in the Albustinian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. You know what? Manny told me I really should make a speech too. Mr. Kochen told you that. Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire that the Yatagarazu started. Exactly. Ambassador Palliano. Yes, I am doing the second game. I'm doing the second investigations game. Then I am going to be doing Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. Then I will be doing whichever Ace Attorney game came after that. Ambassador Palliano, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima Duck statues. Just so you know, for your knowledge, on Sunday I will be updating my game schedule so you can see what games I will be doing throughout the week. Oh, I see. Let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabest and Babel used to be one country called Cadopia? Because this hasn't been hammered home a million times. Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Prima Duck statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the King of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it? Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it though, I suppose. But if Alabest and Babel were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if the Ambassador Palliano knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Well, first I'm going to ask about Manny. Ambassador Palliano, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, and don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? I'll give you coupons for it. Oh, in exchange, I expect you'll be coming back to Babel, yes? Thank you. Just the one thing is all I require. Manny Kochen, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure. I'll tell you what I know. Okay, 904105505. I know you said he's a good guy, but just how he says stuff. I feel like he might have known a bit more about Manny than he lets on. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, there. If I had to put it in one word, he was an able man, which is why he was Cain-enabled. Right there in that room. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. That makes me feel like it wasn't completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. It sounds like Mr. Kochen had a very sharp mind. A very sharp mind ended by a very sharp blade. Recently, Manny had been very busy. Since I became the Babalese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Alright, let me show you this statue. Hey, what do you think about this? I see the hot dogs are still important. Ambassador Palliano, if you could please take a look at this for me. Dots. The Primaduck statue sitting in Alabast right now actually belongs to Babel. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. Then you would understand why I wish to inspect Babel's Primaduck statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue. What? Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica. I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. You knew? How long did you know? I received my orders from the leaders of Babel, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babel were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? Why are you asking me that? How am I supposed to know whether or not it's a right choice? I have no understanding about this country's deep political problems. If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Okay. Maybe talk to Gumshoe, see what he knows. Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Ah, well... Nothing. I take it he has found nothing of any particular use. As usual. Oh, don't tear down Gumshoe like that. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Palliano. Oh, and what is this something interesting? This, sir. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there. No, guard it, Gumshoe. Kay might steal it. Why does the flame burn green, Detective? Oh, 90410-505. This is what you were talking about earlier with the ink, isn't it? So apparently, if you burn the special white crystal oil that they only make in Babel, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. The oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babel should the royal oil run out. Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern, so it would be projected to the images. No remix. Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you could do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. Ah, I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. But Kay, you know who's the one on my button currently for partner? It's you. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. So help me, if you don't stop bickering, I will turn this investigation around. Silhouette. Hey! Where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabest? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what happened. Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country. And that's the gist of it. Babel is just as strict as Alabest in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. Is that true though? We got into Babel pretty easily. Meaning that somehow, both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. I hear them getting heated over a card game in the other room. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. Yeah. You mean the fake Yatagarazu? Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel! You've activated my trap card. In one way or another, the Yatagarazu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarazu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Albustinian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least, that's where I heard the Yatagarazu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste. Oh wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What is that a guitar pick? What is it? My guess is that it's a guitar pick. Are we gonna see a certain guitar player? I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it will be of any use? There is a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. Yeah, I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this? The perfume. What is this? It's misused perfume. I guess you could definitely say that I don't miss you, though. I don't like miss you. She pulled a gun on me. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it would be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Oh, so I'm just going to the other side? I thought you weren't allowed in there, Kay. I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabest now, but... Oh yeah, she's not allowed in there. I know. I'll go back to Babel and do some more investigating there. Oh my goodness. I feel like we're getting at least more info though. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. I love that every time she enters, she gets this. How are things in Babel? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation into Maniko Chen's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagara Zoo has. Ah yes, the Yatagara Zoo. Even now, I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous. I mean, that's assuming only one person's working on this. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagara Zoo. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech here tonight in Albahest. And that's when the Yatagara Zoo appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished. This is kind of like green lighting, so like while they're saying it was the person, this could easily have just been a cutout. After that, there was the fire at the Babalese embassy that the Yatagara Zoo started. I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagara Zoo shall escape my diligence. I think there's more than 6+ hours. Oh my goodness! I don't know if I could go another 6+ hours. My hubris. The statue bears a resemblance to the Primadux statue. The plaque says King Primadux in the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war. So Primadux was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend. Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed. Yeah, no one says there's more than one thief. Well, I mean, Kay technically says she's a thief as well, on top of the fake Yatagara Zoo, but I mean, I think there's always a possibility that more than one person could be working on something. But I mean, who's to say that the Yatagara Zoo was even here? We're going off of a card, we're going off of a shadow. I don't trust shadows. There's an overturned spotlight here. When the Yatagara Zoo appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over. I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagara Zoo. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose that means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Yeah, they probably deserved it. Hey, Lang. Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 60 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a light, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang? Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor. I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. I see the Tsunderes popping out. It's not like I did it to help you or anything, Baka. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Look at my dots. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief alright, with my own 2 eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. We're basing all of this off of a shadow. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. You're basing this all off of a shadow. When we investigated afterwards, we found the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain. The Yatagarasu was here. So you're saying that all you saw was the thief's silhouette? Yes. If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape. Not among the staff, or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow, or something else's shadow. I can't wait to enlighten them about the truth. It will be such a delight. Yeah. So much. This is a lot of filler stuff, I will agree. Yeah. It wasn't the Yatagarasu. It was really Shadow the Hedgehog the entire time. You got it, Blooples. This is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech. The stage is set up nicely. However, where was the audience supposed to sit? Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool? That's such poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made seating arrangements, like how the gallery is set up in court. Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those. So in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh? Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. So maybe thank goodness for the interruption. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. Yeah. It's not just for aesthetics. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case. Captain Spouts. Oh my god, why is he here? No. How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Why were you there? Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Yes. You're exactly that person. If Larry was a teen, he would be one of those people who has, like, the awful, like, prank YouTube channels. Yeah, pool is a key thing. I do know that. But Larry would have one of those prank YouTube channels that everyone hates. It's just the truth. Alright then. Did you, by chance, fall into the pool? A nice guess, but no dice. So, you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? Your son. Oh, the tiny steel samurai. I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. I was like, Larry has a son, and then I realized the steel samurai child. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him. You imbecile! How could you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? Francesca's mad. She's like, I hate negligent bad parents. She's projecting her anger. And how old is this child of yours anyway? Yeah? How old is he again? Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess. The pink princess. Miss Von Karma? I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there, but let me pull out that steel samurai lore for ya. However, I believe what he's looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the steel samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. I think the Iron Infant might have been used to smuggle stuff. Yes, I do know, yeah. I think the lost doll is because someone used it to smuggle stuff. But rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. This sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Hey, wait. This was so taxing for Edgeworth, he had to mentally sigh. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Alright. Maybe I present this to, what else can I look at? This chair. I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair. Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech. In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place? The ambassador is also quite prideful. That's why. He sounds like my old principal from grade school, who would speak at assemblies. Absolutely brutal. rip that man to shreds. Maybe I gotta look at this statue. Yeah. Wait. Gotta line it up. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. I'd say that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primadux. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. I know it's been 3 hours. Or, no, we've been streaming for 4 hours. There's so many hours. Yeah, he's lousy at reading a woman's heart. I wonder why. Dun dun. I opened my mouth about a statue, and she somehow made the leap to that. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarazu. I believed I figured out its true origin. I expected no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know on the subject. What really cast the shadow from the Yatagarazu? I'm gonna guess this, but I'm also going to save because I have so little health. I did save. I just saved. But Franziska, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it a bit suspicious? Oh no. Oh god. As I thought. Yeah, this is a major oof. I don't know. Ouch! Yeah. Got triple whipped. Okay. Maybe not focus on the, Maybe I shouldn't focus on that, but instead focus on... Let's see. Maybe like the statue if we're looking at what's around it. Yeah, okay. Because I knew it was like a projection of some kind. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarazu. Is it not possible that it was created by this statue? Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarazu. You are correct. However, this statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? Oh, no. Why is there so much guessing? I'm saving again. Alright, what would the other part be? Didn't even show me what... Maybe the spout? Yeah, I'm gonna guess maybe the spout. Nope. Oh man. What do you mean? I'm just gonna rewind to here so I get a little bit of an extra boost. Statue. What? A game over? No! I totally didn't get a game over. Didn't you see? I'm back here. I still have two bouts of guesses left. Just we saw nothing. Okay, what's the other part? I wanna like see what the thing looks like again, because I can't tell. Maybe the other statue as well? No, I don't think the other statue looks like it. It was all spiky. Maybe... I don't know. Yeah, I'm a cheater, but at least I admit it. Maybe the other statue. It's another statue. The Yatagarazu shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues. It is my first game over, though. I will say that. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarazu shadow. Precisely. And now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarazu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of the King Primadux in the battlefield, the shadow of the King statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. I do not see the spikes in that statue. Likewise, if we set up a light up on the Queen who spoke of love to King Primadux, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. Haha! So if we were to combine the two shadows... Okay. It looks nothing like the Yatagarazu shadow. I'm assuming the other bit missing is either water or the infant. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francisca. The way the light needs to be shown on the Queen's statue is wrong. But what do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the King's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the Queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow. Only one part. Yes, that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarazu shadow. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right, I apologize. Would it be... Oh, just her hand. Right? Yeah, because there's the 5 points, like fingers, like pinky, other fingers. I'm not a hand expert. I don't mess with hands. I don't know what they are. Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of? Ah, that's right. It can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position? So that it only shines on the Queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. I did it, guys. I've destroyed them with facts and logic. It's... yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after the people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. So we don't even know if there's a Yatagarazu running around. Like, I know I said the culprit is, like, Callisto U, but that's just because I haven't had the guts to like, accuse anyone else. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around. But we don't even know if, like, there is a Yatagarazu right now. Which we could assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarazu's shadow had vanished. Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarazu never did visit Alcahest tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babel, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarazu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving the case is the existence of this accomplice.